All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
All right. Come on now. Always orange.
They go play action here on first down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, how about that adrenaline? First play of the game, and we have a catch that we're going to talk about probably the rest of this game and straight into the highlights.
Right out of the gate. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception throw.
And that last one, that hurts. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ground right.
Here's Luck now on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. And it'll bring up third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 32 that time. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
To throw on second down is Locke. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Matt Longacre in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Luck. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Matt Longacre in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Pretty much the unquestioned #1 team in the NFL through the first 7 weeks of the season. Coming back onto the field here, that, of course, the L.A. Rams, Charles, 7-0. Blew away San Francisco last week, 39-10. It's their first 7-0 start since 1985.
And remember when they were worried about Aaron Donald and him coming to the team and when he would get really into shape and rounded and into form? Well, how about 4 sacks and a forced fumble against San Francisco? That's a career high for him in terms of sacks. But I know how people keep saying, well, when will they get tested? To me, they got tested this week by having the poise and the maturity to blow away San Francisco when they were obviously better than them and not have a letdown game. But they are home for Green Bay and then at New Orleans in the next couple of weeks. So if anyone has doubts, they get through these two, all doubts should be erased.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Gurley, after hitting pay dirt last week against San Francisco, it's now 10 straight games for him with at least 1 score, Charles.
We talked about him in preseason, and he was my choice then for MVP in the league, and I'm not backing off from it now. He runs it, catches it. All eyes on him in that offense, which opens things up for everyone else. Had 3 more touchdowns against San Francisco in Week 7, 14 total on the year.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hairston. And some room to run now. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll run with the former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right.
On second down, here's Locke. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And he's got his man Hilton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Hilton's first catch, good for a 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11.
They'll fake it. Now Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket. Strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart. Valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Now Luck. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. 3 more points there for the man who's made more field goals than anyone in NFL history. He hit number 566 back in Week 4 against the Texans, breaking Morton Anderson's record. I mean, Canton's a lock, right?
I think so. I mean, if Morton Anderson is in, Jan Stenerud, the only true kickers, are already in, Vinatieri's going to go into the Hall of Fame. Because it's not just the volume. Think of the number of big kicks that he's made that have helped teams get to and win Super Bowls. Now, there are a couple other guys who are known as kickers, but they also played other positions. Jordan Blanda was a quarterback, and then Lou the Toe Groza was an offensive tackle. They're both in the Hall of Fame as well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, Charles, pretty big piece of news around the NFL on Monday the 22nd. Dallas Cowboys all to talk about them needing a big-time target out wide. They went and got Amari Cooper.
The speculation was there. The discussion was there. But then late Monday, as you noted, it became real. The Cowboys decided they needed a WR1 and went to Oakland and got Amari Cooper and gave up their #1 draft pick for 2019 in return.
What do you think of the fit there?
I think the fit is excellent. Dallas screaming for a wide receiver who can attract attention, stretch the field, and make big plays over the top. He can do all of that. He should help his quarterback, Dak Prescott, become an even better player.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And able to follow his center and pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the run, Goff going to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 63 yards. And the Rams are in for 6. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Goff. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. If he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before. Possession back to the Indianapolis Colts here. And, you know, I look back at their score from last week that went over Buffalo, Charles. One of the strangest scores in the NFL I've ever seen. 37-5 was the final. Yeah, I'm sure we could go back and ask the researchers, hey, how many games you finished 37-5? I'm not sure we would find one. This might be the only one. Who knows? But how about Andrew Luck? Did not have to throw the ball nearly as often, but he did get T.Y. Hilton back, his top receiver, and that certainly helped. Just 176 yards, but 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. How about the next few weeks? At Oakland, an open week, and then home games against Jacksonville, Tennessee, and Miami. This is a chance for Indianapolis to make a run. Luck now to throw. It's complete. Deion Kane work in the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a first down throw. Luck. And he'll find the open man on the right side. It's Kane. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. First down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, Luck. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Luck. And this one is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Doyle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's Luck. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Steps away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Goff. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Here's Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is is answered.
How did they get that done?
And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing is locked. Over the middle, complete. That's Doyle. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
He's going to look deep down the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Play action. It's locked. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, we got a second here. Let's take a peek around the league. What's coming up week 8. A couple big games as we near the halfway point of the season, Charles. I'm mainly looking at Philly and Jacksonville in London, and then New Orleans and Minnesota. That should be interesting.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Philly and Jacksonville, both teams struggling right now. The Eagles have already lost 4 games. They lost 3 all of last season. Both of those teams need a win in a big way. New Orleans at Minnesota, the Saints are on a heck of a roll right now. They've won 5 in a row, but the Vikings quietly have won 3 straight and seem to be getting their footing on defense again. And how about Green Bay? They had the week off this past week. Big win over San Francisco at home on a Monday night. They now head out to face the 7-0 Rams in Los Angeles. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that one. That is a big one indeed.
Aaron Rodgers, Todd Gurley, let's do this.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Out of the gun, Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
On. 674.
On first down, Love. Throw left side on target to Kane, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
12.
Luck on first down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Mark Barron, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Out of the gun, Luck. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal.
Now, that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Boy, they had it at the 1. The false start moves it to the 6 now for first and goal. From the gun, here's Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. The CD taking a peek at some of the injuries from around the league in Week 7. We did have a few. Quan Alexander on that Bucs defense went down with an injury. They'll be monitoring Sony Michel in New England. Now, remember, they already lost Jeremy Hill, Rex Burkhead out of that backfield, so a couple injuries to note.
Certainly, and Quan Alexander in the middle of the Tampa Bay defense, which was already struggling. They may not get him back the rest of the season. Sony Michel, they're hoping to get him back after a few weeks. Albert Wilson in Miami has made big plays all season long, has a hip injury. That could cost him some serious time, if not the season. LaShawn McCoy, Melvin Gordon, they're hoping to get them back in the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, interesting that they won without Melvin Gordon last week. That was a big win. Now Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And down to the 28-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They go play action here on first down. Going for it all. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. And his throw here is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And that'll make it third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And that is incomplete. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
11 feet. 12.
A shotgun snap for Locke. Looking deep for Hilton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sam Shields. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They run. It's Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Back to throw. Goff. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Nate Hairston. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw is Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jack Doyle, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Goff going to throw it. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. Goff now to throw. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, 45 yards, and the Rams add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This fielded at the 2. Oh, the spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
Go. 1, 6, 2, 3.
On 1st down, it's Love. Wide open receiver complete. He's at the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Luck. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returned. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. He goes full extension, and he's got it. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
66.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, they run with Gurley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's gone. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Goff. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
You have no timeouts remaining. You absolutely have to get out of bounds.
One last throw here for Luck. He's going to let it fly. And it's caught. It's a touchdown with zeros on the clock. And an extra point will send us to OT.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And that will tie us at 24. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And the Colts coming out now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Love. And a catch made by Dontrell Inman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 30 yards there. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again. Still feel that same numbers at a different...
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A partner, great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.